But we want to see Apple reject the 9 EMA. I mean, we're underneath the 9 EMA, but it's trying to grind its way back up there. But there's a wick on the top. What we'd really love to see, and now look, the SPY is, it cracked the 120, and right up underneath that it based, and now it's reclaiming the 120. So let me keep an eye on this market real quick here. It's look like it's trying to bounce, but again, whether you have your thesis is bullish or bearish, like for instance, with the bearish thesis, yeah, we're fading and heading lower and cracking, but at the same time, I don't want to see us go straight down, because when you see a move like that, that's like straight down or straight up, outrageous, that lets you know that's emotional trading. And if it can go straight down, it can go straight up, or vice versa. If it can go straight up, and this is even more true, if you see something go straight up and you're bullish, you don't want to see that unless you're scalping and you're going to get right out. But if you're swinging, you feel me, and you have a bullish thesis, you're bullish, you do not want to see price action go straight up, because that means it's going to go straight down. What you want to see it do is go up and put in some higher lows and have healthy pullbacks, but continue the direction. All right. Well, this has been a long recording. Again, very demanding on my PC, because I have so many monitors and so many charts open, and also that I am trading. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right here for a second. Let's see if we can break down this. I don't even know where I got this low from. Obviously, I got it off of a higher time frame, because we, haven't even got down here. So it's a level that I've already had. But I'm interested to see, because we cracked it and went down, but they bought it back up. And you can see that from the wick. It went down and they bought it back up. So, and it looks like some kind of bullishness is coming into the market. I'm seeing Apple based at this nice round number of 145 and bounced. Now it's going back up to the upside, still under the 9. I would love to see it reject off the 9. The Qs, same thing, but it's still under the 120-day. The SPY, same thing, but the SPY has now reclaimed the 120, my directional. So that's making me a little nervous, for lack of a better term, about my thesis and my position. But like, even with that bullshit trade I took, where I swung the puts overnight, I'm even with that trade, I'm in the green right now. But this is making me nervous here. So I want to see, now the SPY has reclaimed the 120, which means technically on a higher time frame, the overall trend is up. So that's making me a little nervous. Now the Qs, the Qs tried to bounce as well, but the Qs are still a good ways underneath the 120. And being that AMD and NVIDIA are tech stocks, I am more concerned about the Qs. But at the same time, the SPY and the Qs are basically correlated. So if the SPY is over the 120 and it starts putting in a bullish pattern, the Qs are going to follow it. So I really want to see the SPY break back down and crack that 120. But what's preventing that from happening is fucking Apple right now. Apple's holding up the goddamn market. Look at this. Look, came down here, broke down to 145, nice round number for a second. All right, right here, and then came back and based on it. And now it put in a higher low, and it's trying to bounce. It's at the 9 EMA. I want to see a rejection of the 9 EMA, and ultimately want to see Apple crack the 120. But again, this has been a long recording. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here, and then I'll start another one when I deem it necessary. Again, the Apple's putting in a freaking nice bullish pattern, freaking dragging up the SPY and the Qs, dragging up everything. It's making me nervous. Like, because again, the logical thing would be for us to sell off, but at the same time, we're only going to sell off or run up so much before exhaustion comes in. Apple is basically dragging up the market right now, and it's making me nervous because I could have got out of my positions down here, right? For a decent green. And by the way, I'm still green, even with a bad swing overnight. But like, I want more, bro. It's freaking, like, Apple's pissing me off, bro. It's dragging up the whole market. So, I mean, this is looking like the bottom of the range. I probably should have got out down there. Let's see. The SPY and the Qs, Nvidia, Apple, everything is trying to reverse back to the upside. You seen all those red prints? Notice when you see the red prints, you see the rejection, you see the wick. Let's look at the level 2 here. So 97, bunch of red and white prints. I would expect to see 96, 95. Look, 95. More red prints, 94, 93. And again, crucial level. This is previous close. It's red to green line. So what we don't want to see, look, more red prints. What we don't want to see is a reclaim of this level. And it tried to, but then it rejected. So I want to see more red prints, and I want to see the time and sales, the tape, pick up with some velocity, but with some red and white prints to go ahead and at least to test the bottom of this range again. And if we do that, if we're going down here and testing the bottom of the range, at that point, if the tape isn't moving with velocity and speed, then I'll go ahead and just get out of the position because I don't want to play with it too much. You feel me?